Americans, y'all need to be careful this weekend. Let me explain why. I don't know if you've noticed, but America is a powder keg right now, and pretty much all of us are holding the match. We're about armpit deep in a government shutdown right now. There's a bunch of federal workers not getting paid, and a bunch of people are about to lose EBT. Now, if EBT goes away this weekend, a lot of people have said that they're going to go raid their local stores and maybe even their neighbors' homes. They're going to feed their babies one way or another because that's America's responsibility. The taxpayers' responsibility is to take care of them, and if they're not going to do that through EBT, they're going to do that by donating their own stuff. That's the general sentiment. This weekend, we're going to have a ton of Americans that are going to go absolutely ballistic in the streets. What this means for you is, one, you might want to go do your grocery shopping. Unfortunately, I hate to be that guy and incite panic buying, but you might want to get some stuff. Don't go clear out the shelves, but make sure that you have food for the next week or two until this boils over. Now, if there's mass civil unrest this weekend, government responses are going to be a little bit slow because of, the government shutdown. What this means is we're in a period of very heightened vulnerability, and there's going to be a lot of bad actors out there on the streets taking advantage of it. You need to be very, very careful of where you go and when you go if this starts to pop off. If you see that EBT is actually getting canceled, you might want to, stay home for a little bit. It could end up being nothing, but it could end up being the start. All I'm saying is be aware. This is a very dynamic environment, and you need to know what is happening around you. I love you. Pay attention.
I told you guys that in my last video, I felt that one of the biggest reasons the Democrats are doing this and framing this shutdown as a Republican and Donald Trump shutdown is because they want mass chaos. Now, this is something that can sound absurd to a lot of people, but to me, I felt like this is one of the most strategic things that you can do to try to win back voters by, unfortunately, starving them. Now, a lot of people are going to say, hey, that's crazy. Well, I have video footage here of one of the second Democrat leader, Catherine Clark, saying that she feels that this is leverage for Democrats, that this was one of the only leveraging points, knowing that they can end the federal shutdown tomorrow. Now, also, Gavin Newsom says Donald Trump is literally dancing in Asia while 40 million people lose access to food. This is disgusting. What's wild about this is the lies that these people use. One of the biggest talking points coming from the Democrats is that, hey, the Republicans control the House, the Senate, and they're the majority. They can pretty much, do whatever they want. Well, that's not true. You still need over 60 Senate votes. Right now, the Republicans only have about 53 or 51. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there is needed votes from the Democrats to help and to make this happen. Also, there are hard bills that have been passed and just need to be voted on by Democrats, and also they're declining that. So a lot of their leverage points it's going pretty bad. But here's one of the craziest stories you'll see today. One of the craziest stories you see is Walmart is having to probably close its doors. It's one of the most trending stories right now. Walmart people are getting ready to allegedly begin to start rioting. Apparently 25% of the revenue that is coming in from Walmart is due to SNAP and these benefits that are received that apparently 40 million people can go without if there is no agreement to end this government shutdown. And we're talking about the month of Thanksgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be very honest here about sometimes when I say it's them versus us, or it's us versus them, this is what I mean. Like, this right here is set up in such a way to have chaos reign in. But I do want to show you this video of people, right, that this is where it's going, and this is where I kind of figured it will go, right? So apparently EBT recipients are planning a mass theft event. Now, I'm not going to say it's mass theft because I really don't know. I think people are going to go loot. People can go riot. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. But apparently, this is what's going on. So I'm going to play this video. You guys tell me.
All right. Y'all keep acting a fool and saying what y'all going to do when y'all don't get y'all SNAP benefits. Well, Walmart has just released what they're going to do. Walmart said the doors will be locked. Ain't nobody coming in the store but the employees. Place your order online. Do your shopping before November 1st, because you won't be coming up in here with that mess. Walmart say they don't have time for that. Thank y'all for letting us know. Doors will be locked. Place your order online. Pull up. It might be a little wait, but you're not coming in here with that. You're not coming in here with that foolery. We're not about to take a L, okay? Yeah. Walmart said not today, not tomorrow. We'll reopen back in January. That part. Because y'all don't know how to act. Y'all do not know how to act. And then y'all tell them what y'all gonna do before it hit. Let it be a surprise. Keep something a secret. Didn't your mama teach you how to keep your mouth shut? Anyways, Walmart said not today, baby.
Me, what you hear?
People, my people. I wish we stopped crying about this motherfucking EBT card. At the end of the day, they trying to see is we gonna stick together. And we are gonna stick together. Fucking November 3rd at 6:30, we're going to Walmart. We're going to fucking Walmart. And at 7:30, we're going to walk out of Walmart with our fucking buggies. Okay? The thing is, they can catch everybody. You feel me? All you gotta do is run, Forrest, run. Okay? We have to stick to fucking together. It don't even matter. As long as we gonna have everything we need for Thanksgiving, that's all that fucking matters, bitch. Run, Forrest, run. Remember, put it in your calendar. November 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30. You better be running up that motherfucking.
So I'm not gonna just say that this is look. People are flat out, and there are a lot of EBT and food stamp recipients. There is a lot. There's a lot. 40 million, and out of that 40 million, they are not all black people. There are Hispanics. There are a lot of white people as well. So a lot of people are to go without food. Now, many people are saying, hey, you know what? Just go get a job or just go do this and go do that. Many different opinions. You can comment down below what it is that your opinion is. So again, this goes to one of the most, in my opinion, craziest topics about what the conversation even is. Like what's actually going on, right? So this guy had the nerve to go up there today and then fearmonger again, right? So I think they're using this again as leverage. For those who did not hear Catherine Clark, I'm going to play that video and then I'm going to play what the a minority Democrat leader in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, had to say in front of the world, trying to make everybody panic, try to make everybody go and pearl their, what was the saying there? That pearl their purses, right? Is that the saying? Here we go.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leverage times we have.
They have had months to negotiate. And you reopen the government, and we lose our leverage, and they say, well, we want this, we want that. No. There has to be an agreement right now. That's what this whole shutdown is about.
So again, you heard it from them. You heard it right in front of their faces, and in front of everybody's faces, right? Even their voters, right? People are revolting because people are finding out the truth about what's actually even going on. Like the fact that they could say that this is actually leverage, and if they open up the government, then they're not going to get what they want. And meanwhile, their plan is to basically have everybody think that they can't agree to anything, that they can't turn around and actually reopen the government, that this is Republican shutdown, when in fact it's not. And I'm going to show you exactly what the proof is for that. But here we go. So Chuck Schumer, like I told you, I'll show you guys this video after I showed you guys what the leverage is and how people are planning to go into Walmart, and Walmart's probably going to have to close its doors because of how chaotic things are going to get in the month of November if this continues. So it's again, this is Chuck Schumer going up there. I want you to hear precisely what he's going to say. And then I got a rebuttal here from Speaker Mike Johnson. Two different sides saying two different things. Take a listen.
5 days away. Starting this Saturday, tens of millions of Americans face the specter of financial crisis, all while Donald Trump is dancing on the tarmac in Malaysia. Donald Trump may be having a nice time abroad, but people here at home are dreading open enrollment. Insurance plans that cost $300 or $400 a month will suddenly cost $2,000 a month or more, because Republicans prefer to shut the government down over working with Democrats to extend the ACA tax credits. Consequently, the average ACA plan is set to more than double starting next year. The average 60-year-old couple making $85,000 a year will soon have to pay an extra $22,000 or more just to have health insurance.
So again, you heard the absolute craziness coming out of Chuck Schumer, right? This is the panic. And again, I feel like Democrats have done this. And you know, I spent a lot of my early years in politics, or even early years out of college, like really receiving this type of information. But I always felt like the way I received this information was that the Republicans are the ones who are trying to stoke some type of mass panic and have people go crazy in the streets and really. But I'm starting to think this is like Democrats plan all the time. You know, saying things like this, or saying that Trump is Hitler, or, you know, they're going to take away your rights. When again, none of that has happened, by the way. They're going to deport me. They're going to deport your family members. All these crazy, mad things that can only, in my opinion, spark some sort of, you know, physical response, or again, just a response period that is not going to be limited to the law, right? For lack of a better word. So I go and then I found this video. I thought this video was very important. One of the most important videos I think Speaker Mike Johnson has put out there. And I want you guys to watch it, because this is the response. This is the actual, in my opinion, truth behind what it is Democrats are trying to do versus what can be done today to stop this madness.
So I brought you a little visual aid here to just remind everybody what the simple facts are. 4 simple facts here. The Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge of government. We aren't, not in the Senate. 60 votes control the Senate, not a bare majority. And so point number 1, Democrat votes are required to open the government. Point number 2, they refuse to do it. They have now voted 12 times to keep the government closed. And they'll have another chance today or tomorrow, maybe multiple times this week, and we'll see what they do. Now, the third point is very important, because they've been trying to confuse the American people. They've tried to say this is a fight about health care or this or that or any other thing, and it's very simple. They put this on paper. They made this their demand in writing in the record of the Senate, and it has not changed. These are just 4 subpoints there under fact number 3, but there's many more. But among the things they're demanding, this is what the Democrats in the Senate are demanding to reopen the government. They want to give $200 billion in health benefits to illegal aliens and non-citizens, paid for by U.S. taxpayers. That is in their proposal. They want billions in wasteful programs to be returned to foreign countries. So we stopped these things. They want to turn it all back on. They're demanding that we do all that to get the government open for hardworking Americans again. They want to give $500 million to left-leaning news organizations, and they want to cut $50 billion from rural hospitals. We will not do those things. And they know that very well. Which leads us to point number 4. The Democrats have now openly admitted, and you all had to cover it last week, that they're using the pain of the American people as their leverage. That was the number 2 ranked Democrat in the House. The Democrat, the minority whip, who said that, acknowledged it in an interview, that this is leverage. And Chuck Schumer himself boasted that every day of the shutdown gets better for us. That's his now infamous quote that he wishes he had not said out loud. But you know what they're doing and why. Why are they demanding these things? Why is point number 3 so essential to them? Why would they do this? Because it's unprecedented, as we've noticed, and reminded you all, they voted for CRs every time it was possible in their lives, as recently as March of this year. But they're doing it to appease their far-left Marxist base. That's the headline. That's why. That's why we're all in this mess. That's why the American people are suffering pain, because the Democrats are more afraid of the Marxist in their base than they are of hardworking Americans. See, they've made an evaluation that they have to appease the Marxist base, that they're so concerned that they'll lose their jobs if they don't appease the far left in their party. And they sat in a back room and they made the calculation that they would rather shut the government down and impose all this pain on the American people, because they believe the Marxists, the far left in the base, are more active than hardworking Americans, people who go vote. And so they made the calculation that it's worth it to them. Every day gets better for us. We'll use the pain as leverage. For what? To prove to the far left base that they won't give in, that they'll fight Trump and fight the Republicans. What are they fighting? It's a clean CR. It's the same level of funding that they have voted for as recently as earlier this year. They are Biden-level policies and spending. This is not some Republican wish list. We don't have any of our priorities in this at all. It's the Democrats' own product. But they have decided to flip the script this time because they were getting too much heat from the far left.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Speaker Mike Johnson again laying out again what he feels are the best talking points that must be used in order to combat what it is the Democrats are trying to do. He says here are some simple facts about the Democrat shutdown. Democrat voters are required to reopen the government. They are in the Senate. Number two, Democrats have voted 13 times to keep it closed. 13 times already. Number three, Democrats refuse to fund the government unless we restore $200 billion in healthcare benefits for illegal aliens, billions for foreign projects, $500 million for leftist media outlets, and huge cuts to rural hospitals. And then number four, Democrats admit that they are using the pain and suffering to use it as leverage for the American people. So whatever it is, in whatever side it is that you fall on, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is pretty wild to see that this is where we're headed, to where Walmart in articles rumored to maybe potentially close down, or you have these big businesses that I got a lot of people are gonna. Just imagine what 40 million people without food stamps and the money that they get to eat. I remember I've been on food stamps before. Well, my mom has. I've never personally been on. My mom has, and it's a hard thing. And I'll tell you, you guys, some of you guys probably are on it. Somebody watching, maybe 1 out of 40,000 people that are probably going to watch this video, you could be on it. Or maybe you're not. Maybe your family member. So you guys know how hard it is, especially during the holidays. So don't think that this is by accident. But the holidays, food stamps, cuts, all these. I just don't buy that this is all just organic. I really don't. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think down below. See you guys in the next one.